Hey everyone, my name is Dayna and I am your Madison-based real estate agent. If you've been wondering what does it really cost to live in Madison, Wisconsin in 2025, you are in the right spot. Whether you're renting, buying, or just daydreaming about a life here, I'm going to walk you through the real numbers from housing and utilities to groceries and gas, and yes, even the price of your morning latte. Plus, I'll share my own insights so you can get an honest feel for what does it really feel like to live here. Let's dive in. All right, let's start with the big one, and that is housing. And if you're renting, let's say a 2-bedroom apartment in Madison, it typically goes for anywhere between $1,600 a month all the way up to $2,800 a month. That price really depends on where you're living. So if you're living in downtown or near campus, it's definitely going to be on the higher end. And even in the surrounding neighborhoods, if it's a newer building with amenities like a gym or underground parking, you're still going to see prices closer to that 2,800 mark. So I have seen where people move further out of the downtown area, but the apartments just get nicer and stay around that same price. If you're more in that 1,600 or lower budget, I would highly suggest looking for a house or a flat to rent, most likely from a private landlord. It is definitely the apartments that stay at a higher price point for the 2 bedrooms. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you're looking to buy, the median home price here is hovering somewhere in the mid 400s. Now, that number varies depending on your source. I did my own deep dive in May, so just last month, and based on actual sold homes in Madison, I saw 465,000 as a median price range. But the MLS report reported that it was 434,000 in that same month. So we'll just call it the mid fours and leave a little wiggle room. And here's my honest take. If you are relying on Zillow or Redfin for accurate pricings or anything like that, I'm not just calling out those are just the big ones. These numbers can be outdated. And when I was looking through them for research for this, looking at the mortgage estimates, like those could be way off. And if you're financing a home, you really want a solid local lender to run actual numbers for each property that you're considering. So if you don't have a lender yet and you know that you're getting ready to buy, that is the first place to start for you to really understand what is your budget. And so that when that dream house pops on the market and you call me up and say, Dayna, I want to go see this house in Madison, let's go. Like we're ready with the pre-approval, okay? If you need any lender recommendations as you're planning on making your move here in Madison, please let me know and I can send you a few. A quick local tip, the east side of Madison tends to be more affordable for living than the west side and downtown. You're gonna see higher prices and more competition downtown and on the west side, especially for move-in ready homes and homes that are really nice. Let's face it, just like a lot of people in younger generations don't want to move into a shitty place and put a bunch of sweat equity into it. Right now, this year, inventory is low. We're sitting at about a month's supply. And that means that multiple offers are definitely still a thing, especially for homes that are priced well and show beautifully. So it's really important. It's never too early to reach out to me and start talking about your plan for buying a home so that we can stay ahead of the competition with this low inventory. All right, let's talk about property taxes. Wisconsin's average property tax is around 1.68%, which is definitely something to factor into your monthly mortgage. It can be a bit of a surprise if you're coming from a different state that has lower taxes. So always figuring that into your monthly pricing. Let's talk about the cost of utilities. For a typical home, expect to pay around $200 to $250 a month for electric, water, and gas combined. Could be a little bit higher if during winter you tend to put the heat up more. Water comes in a separate bill than the gas and electric. Internet around here usually runs between $60 to $80 depending on whether you go with Spectrum or TDS. Those are the two that I know of. Maybe there's AT&T fiber as well. That's another option as well. One thing to watch out for with older homes, especially in winter, can come higher heating bills. And ask me how I know that. I'm next year, for backstory, I just moved into a new home in this past November and it has some old windows that haven't been replaced yet. And I'm definitely going to get the the ceiling, like the winterizing stuff for next year, because that felt like such a waste of money, feeling like the gust of wind coming into my windows during winter time. Okay, another cost of living for Madison is transportation. And Madison is totally a bring your car and your bike kind of city. So gas prices have been hovering around like 3.25, somewhere around there per gallon. And if you're paying for a parking permit downtown, that price usually ranges from $100 to $200 monthly, or hopefully you get a sweet job that pays for it for you. And if you prefer public transportation, a monthly bus pass is $65 per month. And we just got a new bus transit system. It seems pretty sweet. I haven't taken it yet, but it should be making commuting around Madison easier. Let me know if you've taken the bus and let me know how it's gone down in the comments. Okay, another cost of living is groceries and essentials. So groceries vary depending on your lifestyle. And here's a general idea. A family of 4 might spend around $800 to $1,000 a month on groceries. For a single person, it might look more like $350 to $500. I'll let you guys know what camp I'm in. I live very, very, very close to our Willie Co-op, which there's 3 different Willie Co-ops in Madison, Wisconsin. It's the grocery store that provides all the local food. It makes shopping easy. It's all organic. It's amazing. It's not amazing on my wallet. And because I live so close to it, it's also convenient. I can't seem to drag myself to somewhere else like Trader Joe's or even Whole Foods. I went to Whole Foods the other day, or Target. So I know right now I'm probably spending closer to $600 to $650 a month in groceries on just my daughter and I. So that just gives you an idea, okay? It's embarrassing to admit that. But fun fact, we're actually about 1% under the national average for grocery costs. So that's a small but welcome win. Okay, another cost of living is your lifestyle and entertainment. Now for the fun stuff. Let's talk about gym memberships in Madison. And of course, these, just like groceries, can range so much from $30 a month all the way up to $350 a month, depending on whether you're more of like a Planet Fitness person or, a studio Pilates with an infrared sauna vibe. Like, what are you going for gyms? If you have any questions about that, please reach out to me. I used to work in the fitness industry in Madison. I feel like I kind of have an inner knowing on what's going on there. Okay, and now let's get to it. Let's talk about how much is your latte going to be, your miel, your cortado, your hot matcha oat milk with a little bit of honey. You are looking at anywhere from $4 on the low end to $10 on the high end, especially if, like me, I like to get the matcha with maybe an alternative milk one day. And by the time I tip, I'm looking at like $7.50, something like that. So that's your coffee. Dining, that's a range too, but that's anywhere from $15 to $30 per person at a mid-range restaurant. I think we have a fantastic food scene here. I would definitely save your money for the nicer restaurants and just go less often. But we have so many convenient pick up a salad here type restaurants as well, if you need to pick up food during the day when you're running out of work. And honestly, one of the best things about living here is how many free and low cost things there are to do in Madison, from breweries and live music to lake days, seasonal festivals, outdoor yoga, and even ice skating. And it really adds up. So if you are a savvy person who can go on the internet and look up events in Madison, Wisconsin this weekend, and then check out the free ones, there is always something happen and something to, check out, whether during the summer that is some live music, or sit at the beer garden on the east side, or enjoy the many nature trails around here, or like ice skating during the winter time, which is free. That doesn't cost anything. And most of what I just named is getting outside, which I think is really healthy and awesome for you. So now that we went over the main costs of living in Madison, Wisconsin, how does Madison stack up to the rest of the US? According to Rent Cafe and PayScale, our overall cost of living is about 5% higher than the national average. And that's mostly due to our housing. So if you're coming from places like Chicago, Seattle, or Boston, Madison might feel actually pretty affordable for you. But if you're coming from like my hometown up north, or just somewhere else in a rural area, the cost may add up and it may be good to plan ahead. So please reach out to me when you need help for that. Let me know. Are you planning to move? Are you just exploring your options? Either way, I'd love to help you. I work with clients relocating to Madison, and I love helping them explore different neighborhoods, look at the numbers, and make smart, confident decisions. So my info is in the description below. Please feel free to call, text, email, or schedule a Zoom with me. I am ready when you are ready. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm planning on continuing to make videos all this summer in 2025, so let me know in the comments, what are you wanting to know about from a view of somebody who hasn't lived here yet? What is it important for you to know about? Because I would love to make a video about that. And I'd also love to hear from you, what is your biggest budgeting priority now that you kind of understand the cost of living? When you're moving to a new city, what is the thing that you're taking into consideration the most? I'm so excited to keep connecting with you guys, and I'll chat with you down in the comments below. All right, take care.